Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. It's Sunday evening, 7 afternoon. I don't know why I always seem to make these videos when I'm in my car. I'm just getting back home from running an errand or something of that nature. But anyway, I am here. It's Sunday. Got on my Fellow State Bronco t-shirt. Bronco Pride. Have to represent my HBCU. I'm glad to be a graduate of one. This Sunday, in recognition of October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month as well. So, want to have a quick conversation about domestic violence. I work for Interact, and I have been connected to the agency for quite some time. I think I started my internship with them sometime back in 2011, 2012, upon graduating from Capella University with my degree in marriage and family therapy. And kind of stepped away from the agency and came back, and now I'm with them full time. But one of the things that we often talk about in domestic violence is that power and control wheel and also the red flags. I will talk about the red flags today. So there's about a good 17 that we typically see in most abusers. Now, let me put this disclaimer out there. Most often, women are victims of domestic violence, but we also know women can also be abusers. There's also domestic violence in same sex relationships, so you have that dynamics of it as well. I'm gonna say the top three that I hear most often from clients when it comes down to red flags is that there is a quick involvement in the relationship. So the abuser moves really, really fast because he knows he has to gain her trust quickly because the facade that he's putting up, and again, I'm just saying he because typically domestic violence victims are women, cannot be portrayed for so long. So what I normally say is when you're meeting an individual for the very first time and you're getting to know them, everyone sends their representative because we want everyone to like us. Okay, let's face it. So probably for about this first 6 months, you're not getting the true person. You're getting that representative that is coming and trying to woo you, get you into the relationship, and get you comfortable, gain your trust. So they have to move quickly. Typically, they will move fast in a relationship, which means they may try to commit to you really quick. They may want to move in with you quickly. They may even propose marriage quickly. Quickly could be 3 months, it could be 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. Now, let me say this there are those few and far between situations and relationships when a person can meet and they just know instantly this is the person for me. They get together and they last forever. Again, few and far between. One of the other red flags that I hear most often is there is an isolation that happens. So this light, anyway, there's an isolation that happens in the relationship. So he tries to pull her away from any and everyone that she knows, anyone that's could be in her ear to possibly tell her when things are not right, when she needs to get out of the relationship. Causes her to burn a lot of bridges, so she doesn't feel like she has a support system, and he is the only person that she can depend on. There is this, and of course there's so many there's different types of domestic violence or violence, domestic violence. So we think about verbal abuse, spiritual abuse, it could be physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. So one red flag is quick involvement. Two is isolation, pulling them away from family and friends and everyone that's familiar with them. Another one I hear most often is there's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. So 1 minute he's nice, wonderful, kind, the greatest person ever, and then for some reason or other something happens and he flips, and now he is a totally different person. He's mean, he's vindictive, he's nasty, he's calling names, he's belittling. All of those types of things may be happening, and because you never know what's going to cause him to switch, women feel as though they're walking around in their own homes on eggshells. So those are some of the top three that I hear. There are so very many, many more. I think we have a handout at Interact. There's about 17 of them on there. And what we say is if you see three of these 17, more than likely you're going to end up in a domestic violence relationship. The more of the red flags you see, the more volatile that relationship is going to be, and the more extreme the domestic violence will be. So I'm trying to do this within 5 minutes, and I think I've got it covered. I'll put some information in the post in the bottom for anyone who's needing to have a conversation or reach out to us. Feel free to do so. I'll put it in the description to be able to give you our crisis line number, which is 24 hours, 7 days a week, and also our website address. All right, have a great Sunday and talk to you soon.